Hi guys, it's me again, Peter of GIZGUIDEPH, and today, obviously, mag-unbox tayo ng bagong smartphone na naman. This time, it is from OPPO. Ito yung kanilang latest mid-ranger for content creators, students, and anyone who want a device na maganda ang cameras. Ito yon, the new OPPO Reno16. So tara, silipin natin. Ito, another look sa kanyang packaging. Let's begin. Okay, so let's open it na. Here, first box. Ito, ano kayang laman nito? Let's see. Okay, here. Meron tayo nakitang safety guide and quick guide, the paper documents. After that, ito naman, the case. Ayan. Okay na mabagsak yun kasi case naman to. This is the case. Next, ito na. Sabi, make your movement. Sige, let's see. Ito na yung telepono mismo. This is the new OPPO Reno16. Ganda ah. Very premium. Balikan natin yan mamaya. Next, here, I think 80 watts to. 80 watts na SUPERVOOC fast charger. And I like na meron pa rin silang ini-include na fast charger dito sa packaging. Here, ito. SIM ejector tool, obviously, para mabuksan mo yung SIM tray slot ng phone. And lastly, ito yung kanyang cable. It is a Type-C to Type-A na data and charging cable. Obviously, to charge your phone and para makapag-file transfer ka to your laptop or other devices. In fairness, very consistent naman si OPPO. Meron pa rin siyang pre-installed na screen protector. Guys, ito na yung full back design ng new OPPO Reno16 5G. Ang ganda ng size niya. Yun yung aking unang napansin talaga. And very, very handy siya. Ang sarap sa kamay. The material is mostly, I think this is aluminum. Premium looking aluminum na very solid yung pakiramdam para akong humahawak ng high-end na smartphone. Yung back niya is glass. Surprisingly, kahit medyo glossy siya, hindi siya prone sa fingerprint smudges. As you can see, meron pa siyang another layer of glass dito sa kanyang camera hump and medyo may konting protrusion for its triple camera setup. Yung overall form factor niya and feel is very similar to the OPPO Reno15 Pro. Ganito rin yun ka-compact and I think madami silang similarities sa kanyang overall touch and feel. Dito sa taas, visible yung kanyang IR blaster, pati yung dalawang antenna lines. Sa ilalim, ayan, may antenna lines ulit. And this time, kita naman yung kanyang USB Type-C port, yung speaker grill, and microphone holes, pati yung slot para ma-access mo yung kanyang SIM tray. Dual SIM slot siya. And if mapapansin nyo, meron siyang red rubber ring dito. Yan yung kanyang water seal para hindi basta-basta mapasukan ng dust and water yung internal components ng phone para hindi siya masira. More antenna lines are visible dito sa left. And if you look closer, ito yung kanyang button. I think this is the snap key. It is an AI key na pwede mong i-assign for different tasks. Yan, you can use this to access yung AI mind space. Pwede ka mag-do not disturb, sound and vibration, camera, flashlight, recorder, and many more. Dito sa kanyang right side, self-explanatory, power key, and volume up and down keys. Ito yung kanyang harapan. Very nice. Ang ganda ng display. AMOLED to. And it has 120Hz refresh rate. 6.32 inch. Saktong-sakto yung size. As you can see, ang nipis ng bezels. Hindi kagaya ng iba na minsan na makapal yung ilalim. Minsan makapal yung taas. Here, as you can see, meron din siyang punch hole. And yung kanyang top center punch hole is housing a 50 megapixels na f2.0 100-degree ultra-wide camera na may autofocus. And in case you are wondering, in-display fingerprint sensor na rin siya. And as you saw, napakabilis niya and very accurate. Aside sa kanyang plastic na screen protector, meron din tong layer of crystal guard to protect this one from cracks and damages from accidental drops. Going back sa kanyang water resistance, meron din tong IP66, IP68, IP69, and IP69K dust and water resistance. Yon yung highest sa industry. So kahit malubog mo to by accident sa tubig, let's say for about 30 minutes, hindi siya basta-basta masisira. Wag lang guys sa salt water, again and again, yung i-remind natin kasi highly corrosive talaga yon. Generally, without the case, masarap siya sa kamay, maganda yung grip, and hindi siya ganon kadulas sa kamay din. Design-wise, ang tawag ni OPPO dito is 3D Planet. Ayan, as you can see, para meron siyang 3D something here. Ako personally, I'm not the biggest fan of this. Medyo nakakahilo for me. It's fine. But ako personally, again, not my thing. And to my surprise, it is not that slippery to hold then. So ito, yung pinapakita ko sa inyo guys. Ganito yung kulay ng kanyang display. Ang ganda. Medyo reflective ng konti. Understandable. Most smartphones naman, ganun. But ito, true to life. I think yung kulay niya. Ang ganda ng HDR. But yung pinaka-highlight talaga ng phone na to ay yung kanyang cameras. Meron siyang 50 megapixels na OIS f1.8. Then meron pa siyang 50 megapixels din, f2.0, 116 degree. Ultra-wide angle naman. And yung pangatlong camera is 50 megapixels ulit, f2.8. 3.5x telephoto, hindi 3x lang. So generally, totoong triple 50 megapixels yung makikita natin dito. As mentioned earlier, pati nga yung selfie 50 megapixels. Ito yung logo namin ng GIZGUIDE. Ito, kalaban na brand nila, Nothing. Headphones. Picture natin. And here, 7 times zoom na yun ha. Ito, speakers. Not bad. May palag yung camera quality nito. Okay, sa video naman. Here, as you can see, kaya niya mag-take ng 4K 60. Subukan natin mag-zoom. 3.5 times zoom. Not bad ah. Ayun oh. Detailed. 7 times nga. Pwede pa rin. May palag pa rin. So I think this will be a good camera phone for creators. Even dito sa harapan, as you can see, meron siyang 4K 60 na nakalagay. So, there's a chance na even sa selfies, medyo high quality videos yung makukuha mo. I tried its cameras and ito yung mga first few shots na nakuha ko. Very vibrant yung colors, maganda yung details, and pretty sharp overall. And yes, matino yung zoom quality nito. Even up to around 10 times zoom, okay siya for me. And yung portrait mode niya, bihira rin mag-fail. Generally, I am excited to try this. Hindi ko pa siya na-fully explore, but initial impressions sa kanyang cameras are very promising. Quick rundown tayo ng specs. Ito, this one is equipped with a 6.32-inch crystal guard protected AMOLED screen. 120Hz yun, and 1.5K resolution. In-display din yung kanyang fingerprint sensor. The processor is 4nm Snapdragon 7 Gen 4 and Adreno yung GPU nun. Meron siyang up to 12 gigs of LPDDR5X RAM and 256 gigs of UFS 3.1 storage. The battery is big, 6,700 mAh na siya. And excited akong i-test yon kasi ang nipis ng phone upgrade yun parang 6,300 lang yung last time. The charging is Type-C, 80 watts fast charging. And this one obviously has 5G. Yung speakers niya, stereo din. To keep yung kanyang performance in check, meron din daw itong multi-cooling system. And my device, it runs on ColorOS 16.0.7 and that is based on the Android 16 operating system. So far, ito yung telepono. Ang pinakagusto ko sa kanya is yung kanyang form factor and the cameras. I am also intrigued to try yung kanyang battery performance kasi lumaki na yung kanyang capacity. And excited din akong i-test siya in real life for content creation. Hindi ko pa na-explore yung mga AI features nito. And based sa aking nakita, mukhang marami-rami yon. Yung performance niya, Snapdragon 7 Gen 4, mid-range. I'm not expecting too much, but I think it is good enough for content creation and general smartphone use. Wag lang yung mga heavy, demanding games. This one is officially coming to the Philippines soon. Hindi ko pa alam yung exact date. Abangan ninyo yung more info at GIZGUIDE.com. Yung presyo, wala pa, but don't expect this to be cheap. Lahat ng smartphones in 2026, lalo ngayong second quarter pataas, ay magmamahal dahil sa global memory shortage and many other factors. Again, this is Peter of GIZGUIDEPH and ito yung ating first look sa all-new OPPO Reno16. Stay safe always and thank you so much for watching. Goodbye!